of your programming class. So what we'll be seeing today is some important inbuilt methods of the string class. There are many inbuilt methods, but we'll be showing only important methods we'll be seeing. So one of the inbuilt method is s dot to uppercase. I'll be telling s dot, what I'm telling convert the string s to uppercase. As you can see, the method is very simple. To uppercase, this is a method. How it is a method? Because you are seeing these brackets. Whenever these brackets are there, it's a method. And for a method, the first word is lowercase, the second word first letter is uppercase, second word first letter is uppercase, third word first letter is uppercase. This is a rule for Java, in Java. So if I tell to uppercase, it will convert to uppercase. So if I compile and execute, watch here. Now when I compile and execute, will I get the uppercase output or will I get the same answer? Let's see. As you can see, I got the same answer. I did not convert it to uppercase. Why it happened like that? Yes, I hope yesterday I told you what it is, because you have to understand about mutable and immutable. Your string is immutable, which means once you tell once you tell that yes is pointing to an object, that object address is 1000, right? That 1000 is stored in the yes. What's that object now? That is geography. This is stored in the object, that is yes. S is pointing to that object. I told you, whenever you try to do any changes for a string, the same string is not modified. We can't modify the same string. Internally, it will create a new string for you. In that new string, what changes you want? You want uppercase to happen. So now everything will be in uppercase like this. This is what will happen. This is a new object. For the same object, it will not happen. This new object reference is 2000. Now new object is there, but did you collect it anywhere? You have not collected it. As you can see, you told you want a new object, but you did not collect it. That's why if you don't collect it, don't you think still S will be pointing to the same object only? Yes, still it will be the same object. So what should I do here? What I have to tell is, whatever new object you created, give its reference to the S variable. I have to tell like this: give its reference to the S variable. Now its reference, whom I am giving? I am giving to the S variable. So S will become 2000, which means now S is not pointing to this now. S is now pointing to this object. And finally, when I print S, it will print uppercase geography. I hope it is clear. Please take the screenshot once. So I hope you have taken screenshot or notes. So what I have to tell here is, whatever new object you have created, give its reference to the yes. So this is what you have to do in the case of string. Remember, in the case of string, you do any changes, immediately collect it. So this is the way you have to do in strings. Let's see. I'll compile and let's execute. See, we got an uppercase, right? So this is like this. Write a program, right? Write a program. To convert a string to uppercase. Simple program. Most of you already know this. Those who don't know, please take this screenshot. So if I write any number, what will happen? For example, if I write any number 1 and if I write maybe one special character, yes, only the lower case will be converted to uppercase. Numbers will be left as it is. The characters which are already in uppercase, it will be there as it is. So when I convert to uppercase, number won't be converted to uppercase. So number and other characters will be as it is. Only lowercase is converted to uppercase. So same thing, how we have two uppercase, same thing like that we have two lowercase also, right? What will this two lowercase do? It will convert all the characters to lowercase. Simple. See, everything is converted to lowercase. Right? Simple program. Those who don't know, you could have taken the screenshot. You can take the screenshot if you want. take the screenshot. Okay. Then what else method do we have? We'll see. Then one more method is like this. Imagine that you had written, you have written India, right? You have written India, but you have given many spaces like this. You have given many spaces. You have given many spaces. So now if I print yes, right? If I print yes, what will be the output? Yes, it will be many spaces, right? So space India and again space. It is space India and again there are some spaces here. And now what if you want to remove these spaces, right? What if you want to remove these extra spaces? Then there is a method. That method is trim. You have to tell yes dot trim. You have to tell. What you are telling? You are telling trim. Trim means what will happen? The spaces which are in the beginning of a string and the spaces in the end of a string are removed. Spaces from beginning of a string and end of a string are removed. So if I compile and execute, okay, I will not get any changes. Why? As you know, it is immutable, right? It is immutable, which means if I draw the diagram, right, your S was pointing to one string where there was a space and THIS. This is our S, which was address was 1000. Yes, it was continuing like this. As soon as you tell s dot trim, you try to change the string s, but string s won't be changed. A new object is created where there is no extra space. So exactly THIS. So this is the string which is created. Now, did you collect this reference? No. You have to tell here, give its reference to s. This line you have to write, but you have not written. Yes, that's the problem. Okay. If you write like this 2000 is overwritten in this variable s, which means s is pointing to this string now. Please take the screenshot once. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now, so here I will tell you, I give the change result to yes. After that I am printing the new value of s. So in this way I will be removing the extra spaces. Okay, I will be removing the extra spaces. As you can see, I have removed the extra spaces. There is no spaces at the end. How? Let's check here. What is s dot length here? How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters are there. So if I print s dot length, s dot length, see, it is 5 characters are there. I hope it is clear, right? So what will trim method do? I hope you have understood. Okay. So remove extra spaces to write a program to remove. Okay, it is called as leading and trailing. Okay, trailing spaces. For example, if I write India is great. India is great. If you write like this, see, don't think that spaces in the between are also removed. No. If you write something like this, spaces from in between the string, it won't be removed. Okay. So you will be getting this output where the leading spaces and the trailing spaces are removed. In between spaces are not removed. Okay. So watch here. If I compile and execute, I'll be getting the answer which I have highlighted. Please take this screenshot. Please take this screenshot. It will only remove leading and trailing spaces, not in between spaces. Okay. So now you are telling, sir, I want to remove first space also, last space also, middle space also. Which means what you are trying to tell is, indirectly you are telling you want to remove all the spaces. If you want to remove all the spaces, use a replace method, right? What you have to tell? You have to tell s dot replace method. Yes, something to replace with something. What is something? Replace spaces with what? With the empty string. This is the way to remove all the spaces, right? But you should not. You don't to remove all the spaces. You don't want to remove all the spaces. So you got remove all the spaces. But what do you want? Remove only first leading spaces and trailing spaces. Okay. So I hope it is clear. In the future classes, we will see How do you make this sentence as a beautiful sentence? What I mean to tell is, there are 3-4 spaces, right? I should be only one space. Here there is a 2 space, it should be 1 space. If there is a 1 space, it should be 1 space. I hope it is clear. That we will see in the future class. So now I'll undo. We got to know about the trim method. So now we'll see, this is a very important method. Okay, very important method, that is contains method. Okay, so there is a method called as s.contains. Not contain, not contain. It is contains. Remember, it is contains. What this will do, as the name says, it's very simple. As the name says, it will check whether any value is it containing in the string S. You can check in my string S. Does it contain something? What it contains? I can check like this. Hey, does it contain the character I? Right? Does it contain the string I? I'll tell. Does it contain the string I? Now, what problem will happen? It is telling a incompatible types. Boolean cannot be connected to string. What it means to tell is like this. Watch here. It is telling that, hey, this contains method is there, right? What this method will do? It will check whether something is present or not. If it checks something is present or not, it will tell yes it is present or no it is not present. If it is telling yes it is present, what that will return is a true value. Can this true value can it be stored in string S? No, S is of the string type. That's why this contains method, right? This contains is a method which returns what type? Boolean type. Because whenever something is there or whenever something is not there, it will tell it by telling yes or no. So when it is returning yes or no, how can you store that in string yes? That is why I have to create a new variable to store the result. What type variable? Boolean type variable. So contains is a method which returns what type value? Boolean type value. And later I will print the result. Simple. See, it is telling true. Yes, I is there. You can not only check for a character, you can check for word also. You can check like this. Okay, is there India? That's what you're asking. Okay, is there India? Yes, it should tell true. Okay. Now, if you tell is there India? Yes. Okay. Is there India's? You're telling. Now, is there India's? Now what will happen is it will exactly compare, it will try to compare character by character. Okay, so what happens actually is it will tell false, it is not there. Why? Because yes, I is matched here, N is matched here, D is matched here, I is matched here, A is matched here. Now you are telling is there yes here? No, it should be immediately, exactly it should be in the string, but it is not there. That's why it will tell false. Okay, that's why it will tell false, it is not there. So I hope it is clear, right? So you can tell India and you can tell space, yes, because India space is there, is present, so it will tell true. So I hope it is clear. So contains is a very important method. Contains is very important method. So I can check, whether the character yes is it present or not. Is it present? Yes. So when I write in double quotes, it becomes a string, right? Okay. So if I execute. Yes is present. If I tell something, maybe Z, is Z present? Is Z present? No, Z is not present. So if I compile and execute, right, it is telling false. Z is not present. Now I will write, is yes present or not? Tell me, is yes present? Watch here. When I compile, please understand one thing. Okay, remember this rule. Contains method always accepts string only. Okay, remember how parseInt method was there, right? ParseInt method was there. What was the rules in a parseInt method? In the parseInt method, what it accepts is a string type only, and all the string character must be integer numbers only, right? I hope you are remembering. Same thing like that here. Contains is also a method which accepts string type only. Character type it cannot accept. Okay, you tell it is error, right? Error. So I hope it is clear. So here it is a demonstration of contains method. So I'll remove this. Okay, it is error. Why? Because this contains method, okay, accepts string only. Okay, it is very important. Accepts string only. So please take this screenshot once. Okay, take this screenshot. Okay, error. Because why? Because char cannot be converted to char sequence, means char cannot be converted to string. It needs a string, but it is what you are passing is not a string. Simple. Okay, contains method requires what? String. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So what contains method accepts, you have understood. Now there is one more way where I can check contains method, right? I want to check whether I is present, or let's say A is present or not. But don't you think I can write string A as how can I split this string A? I can write string A as empty string plus character A. Agree? Yes. Yesterday only we have done this program, right? Yes, I can write string A, I can split them as empty string plus character A, and it will tell true, it is present, as you can see. And how can I write character A? Character A can be written as char of ASCII of A is 97. Like this also we can write. Yes. So please take the screenshot. This is one more way, right? One more way. Yes. Please take the screenshot once. Right? Okay. So you have understood what it accepts, right? What it accepts string type only. What it returns yes or no, boolean type only. Okay, fine. Let's go for the other method now. Other method, okay? That is index of method. This is also important. Index of method. Let me change the string here. I'll change the string as bananas. Okay, fine. So as of now, what I'll do is I will write the index values here, so that it will be easy. So index values will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the length of the string? If you go from 0 to 6, the length of the string is 7. Okay. So there is a method called as index of. Okay. So you have to ask here. What you have to ask? S dot index. You are asking a index of what? Of a character. You are asking a index of a character. Okay. You are asking index of a character. So you are asking what is the index of what? Of the character B. This is what you are asking. Is it clear? So you think and tell me, in the string S, you are asking what you are asking. As a method is very simple. By looking at the method only, you will understand what it is supposed to do. See, the method is very simple, right? In the string S, what is the index of B? Simple, very simple. And in the string S, the index of B is 0. So if 0, don't you think now index of is such a method which returns 0, 1, integer value it returns? Because when you ask what's the index, you are asking what's the ID, and ID here it will be in the form of integer only. I hope it is clear. Okay, it will be in the form of integer, which means here result is of not boolean type, it is of integer type. Okay, that's it. So the index of B, you know what is index of B? That is 0. Okay, see, I hope it is clear. Okay, index of is a method. Now if I ask, what is index of A? Now tell me, will it tell the first index or middle index or the last index? What will it do? If it is index of A, which index it will give me? There are many A's, right? There are many A's. So which index will it give me? Right? Yes. It will be the first index which will give me. So what's the index of A? Yes, as you can see, the index of A is 1. The index of A is 1. Okay. So yes, don't take the screenshot yet. Okay, don't take the screenshot yet. So it is not only for character. Okay, you can actually write string here. You can ask for string A. Index of is a method which accepts character also, it accepts string also. Okay, so what's the index of string A is 1. Okay, now what's the index of string n? Yes, what's the first n here? That is 2. So index of n will be 2. Index of n will be 2. Okay, so I hope it is clear, right? Index of n is 2. Now one more thing is A and A. You are asking what's the index of A and A. So first of all, how many ANA are there? See, there are two ANAs. This is one ANA, right? And this is one more ANA. There are two ANAs. Since you are telling index of method, it will search for the first ANA. Now, which is the first ANA? This is the first ANA. So it has found the string. It has found the ANA. Now, when you are asking for what's the index, it will always give the first index, right? In the ANA, which is the first character? A. And what is the index? 1. So I want you to understand, okay, it's very simple. When you are searching for a string, right, when you are searching for a string, if there is a string matching, then what will happen is, not the last index, but the first index is given to you. Out of A and A, which index is smaller? The index 1 is smaller, that's why the answer will be 1 here also. Okay, the answer will be 1 here. So if I compile and execute, watch here, answer is 1. So as of now, what we'll do is, I will tell like this, so that you can take the output. Okay, I'll compile and I'll execute. After that, you can take the screenshot. I'll comment also. What I'll comment is like this. Okay, index of method. What it does. Index of method accepts both. Okay, what char and string. Both char and string. Okay, and it returns first occurrence, right? It returns index of first occurrence. So I hope it is clear. And what it returns? It returns integer, int type. Yes, please take this screenshot. You are asking what's the index of B? It will be 0. So I hope it is clear. You can take the example like this, A and A. Yes, index is 1. Why? Because let me highlight it to you, because it will select this index. Please take the screenshot. Okay, so I hope you have taken the screenshot. So now you might be thinking like this, right? So yes, okay, let's give a character Z here. Okay, now Z, is there any, you are asking in the string S what's the index of Z? In the string S, is there any Z? No. If you had asked, what's the index of string S, character S, it would have told some answer, right? But now what's the index of Z here? Z is not there. If Z is not there, okay, if Z is not there, will it tell false? Yeah, how can it tell false? Because index of is a method which returns only integer type. It will not return a boolean type. And you can't tell like this, okay? You can't tell, sir, if there is a character, it will return the index. If the character is not there, it will tell false. You can't tell like that, because if a method returns integer, it will always return integer. So how can it suddenly shift and return a boolean value? So if Z is not there, it will not tell false and all. Why it will not tell false? Why? Because it has already told there is a return type is integer. So once it is fixed, return type is integer, it can't change after that. So you have to think now, right? So Z is not there. So how can it represent? How can it tell us that Z is not there? Can it tell 0? No. If it tells 0, 0 means index of B is 0. No. So 0 it can't tell, because 0 is a valid index. Okay. Because see, if you tell what's the index of B, it will tell 0. So if you tell what's the index of Z, and if Z is not there, how can it return 0 still? Because 0 is the answer of B, not of Z. Can it tell 100? No. 100 means 100th index something is present. If you are asking for Z, and if Z is not there, it will return -1 value. Is it clear? So in index of method, if there is no character or there is no string, it will always return -1 value. What's the meaning of -1? See the question here. What you are asking? We are asking, hey, give me the index of Z. You are asking what? Give me the index of Z. And when it returns -1, you are thinking, okay, Z index is -1. Then you are thinking, hey, wait, there is no -1 index. Okay, Z is not there. That's the meaning. Is there any index called as -1? No. Index starts from 0 to infinity, right? So there is no index called as -1. So when you ask what's the index of what's the index of z, and if it tells -1, you indirectly understood a -1 index is not there, which means z is also not there. Okay, please take the screenshot. Okay, returns -1 if the character or string is not there. So you are searching for a string now. Okay, you are searching for a string. Okay, India, right? Yes. Is India there here? No. So it will tell what? -1. Okay. See? So I hope it is clear. Index of method will give us -1. Okay, that is fine now. Now index of method you have understood. Okay, what's the index of A? Index of A is 1. You have understood that. How you have index of method? Same way you have last index of method. Okay, last index of. Index of by default, it is index of means first index of, right? Index of means first index of. There is something called as last index of. So last index of A, what's the last index of A? That is 5. So answer should be 5. But tell me, is a method proper? No, method is not proper, because there is a rule when you are writing a method. When you are writing a method, the first word everything is in lowercase. The second word, the first letter should be in uppercase. So it is last index of, it should be like that. So let me compile. So now, don't you think the last index of A is 5, right? Last index of A is 5. Watch here. See, this is what happens. Please take the screenshot. Okay, last index of A will be 5. So if you tell index of, you will get the first occurrence. If you tell index of last index of, you will get the last occurrence. So how to get in between occurrence? Can I tell middle index of? No, such methods are not there. Only index of and last index of methods are there. Is it clear? Okay. So I hope it is clear, right? I hope it is clear. If you tell last index of, you will get that. So now, let me tell you one thing. That's I'll ask what's the index of n, right? What's the last index of n? You tell me what's the last index of n? Last index of n is 4, right? Yes. So yes, last index of n is 4. Okay. Now I will ask what's the index of, what's the index of n? What's the index of n now? If it is index of n, okay, the answer is 2, right? Because index of n, see, I hope you are not able to notice here. The index of is by default first index. Okay, that is fine. So you have understood what is index and what is last index. Okay. Now let's the methods will end here. Okay, other methods I'll do little later. Okay, I'll do little later. So what we wanted to do for today's class we have understood. Now one program, let's write one program. You should be able to think now. You should be able to think, because what and all you need to know I have already taught you. So in actual programming, okay, so when you are facing the programming for the in the interview, right, when you are facing programming in the interview, how to solve the problems, this skill you need. Okay, for example, what I'm trying to tell you is, I'll ask one question. Okay, I'll ask one question. Definitely I have not done it. I have not done it in the class. It is difficult. I have not done it. But whatever you require to do it, I have already taught today's class. Okay, I have already taught. So you should have the skill, how to connect the dots. How to connect the dots. That logical thinking you should have. Okay, that is why, let's see here. Okay, the question will be like this. Okay. Okay. So let me, I think, write some more characters here. Okay. Okay. So I just added an extra character here. Okay, for namesake. Okay. So what I want now is, I want you to think, how do I count? Okay, or let's say like this. Okay, what I need to do is, I have to count how many characters. Okay, how many characters don't have duplicate. How many characters don't have duplicate. Okay, let's forget the count. Let's go for the actual program. The actual program now is, write a program. Okay, what you have to do is to remove duplicates. Write a program to remove duplicates. Okay, so that will be the program. So what I mean to tell is like this. Okay, we have to delete those characters who have duplicate. Okay, we have to delete those characters who have duplicate, which means I have to copy only those characters which are occurring only once. Copy those characters which are occurring only once, which means like this. Okay, watch here. So here A is deleted. Why? Because multiple A's are there, that's why. Your N is also deleted because multiple N's are there. Yes. Okay, but B is occurring only once, E is occurring only once, and S is occurring only once. So this is our task. What do we have to do? Copy those, print those characters which are occurring only once. What do you have to do? Print those characters. So the heading will be like this. Okay, it's very simple. Heading will be print the character. Write a program, right? Write a program to print characters occurring once. Simple program, you know. Yes, you can pause the video and you can start to think now. You can start to think. Pause the video and think. How do I get to know, right? How will I know that a character is occurring only once, right? So in program, which will help me, which method will help me to tell me that a character is occurring only once, right? So what is my expected output? My expected output, let me write here, you know, expected output is B E B E, then yes, B E S. This is my expected output. I'll be writing it here. Okay. My expected output is B E S. So because these are the characters which are occurring only once. So how do I do it? You have to think. Okay, don't first directly watch the video without thinking. That is very important. You have to think. So which is the method? How can I get to know that a character, right? A character is occurring only once. How do I get to know that character is occurring only once? How can I do that? Which means if a character is occurring only once, so what is common here? How can I do it? So B is occurring only once. Why? How? If B is occurring only once, then don't you think last index of B, don't you think it is equal to the index of B? Agree or not? Tell me, what's the index of B? What's the index of B? Index of B is 0. What's the last index of B? Is 0 only. Don't you think if there is only one character in a string, if there is only one character, its first index and its last index will be same? Very simple, right? So if there is only one character, the first index and the last index will be same. Let's check for other characters, right? So if I am talking about S here, what is the first index of S? Right? What's the first index of S? What's the first index of S? 7. Because when you search for the first index, there is no other S. First index is 7. What's the last index of S? 7 only. Right? So you go either first or last. Since there is only one S here, the answer will be 7 only. Right? But if I talk about A, right? What's the first index of A? 1. What's the last index of A? 6. Is 1 is equal to 6? If the first index is not equal to last index, it is somewhere else, right? If there are multiple characters, there is a first character, there is a last character. But if there is only one character, that is only the first character, that is only the last character. I hope it is clear. Yes. So I will clear this. Okay. For example, let's print here in the S. What is the index, right? What is the index of character B? And here I'll tell what is the last index. What is the last index of character B? as you can see, you know, the first index and the last index both will be same for B. Okay, watch here. See, it is for 0 0. It's not only for B. If I tell for E also, E. Okay, what's the first index of E? Okay, the first index of E when you go from this side is 0 1 and 2. What's the last index of E? When you come from the last side, then also it is 2 only. Okay, so if I tell either it is first or last, okay, both will be 2 here. Watch here, first index or last index, see, both are 2 and 2. If I talk about S, okay, what's the first index of S and last index of S? Right, that is also same. But if I talk about any other character, that is A, okay, what's the first index of A? That is 1. Last index of A, that is, okay, see, 1 and 6. Okay, 1 and 6. If I talk about N, that is also different, right? Yes, I hope it is clear, right? So what I have to do now, right? Watch here carefully. What I will do is, don't you think for each character I have to check, for each character by character I have to check, which means I have to write a for loop. Okay, I have to write a for loop where int I should start from 0, I should be less than s dot length. Okay, I plus plus. Why? Because if your I goes to 0, you can access s dot character of 0. You can access s dot character of 0. That's why I will, what I'll do is, I'll take the character, right? First, let me store the character. So this is the first time I'm using this logic. So don't get gabrified, you know. Just try to understand here. Every time I'm not going to write s dot character phi, s dot character phi. When my I is 0, let me take that s dot character phi. So what I'll tell is like this: s dot char at of I. Let me store it in a variable, okay, C of the type char. Are you understanding what I am doing? What I am doing here? I am doing, what am I doing? Ith character. Every time I am storing it in C. Which means when my I value is 0, what will my C contain? The C will hold that B. Then when my I increments, I becomes 1, your C will point to A. When my I increments to 2, your C will point to E. When my I increments to 3, my C will point to whom? A, N again. I hope you are understanding, right? So whenever your I increments, new character, the next characters, you know, the next character, each and every character at a time, you know, one by one, it is stored in C here. It is stored in C. One by one, it is stored in C. So what I have to do with this C? So in the beginning, B will come, right? When B comes, I should know, okay, if I get this B, if I get the B, I should know what is its first index. So I'll tell, hey, in the string S, what is the index? How to get the first index? Method is index. What's the index of? Index of what? Index of C, I have to tell. What is this C? This is that character which is stored, you know, the present character. Wherever I is pointing, that ith character is stored in whom? C. You told what's the index of C. This index of C is a method which will give you a result of the integer type. So that is the Fi. Fi means first index. Like this, okay. So I will store the first index of character, then I will store the last index of the same character. Okay, I'll store the last index of the same character in Li. Okay, first index I'll store in Fi. Fi means first index. Last index I'll store in Li. Li means last index. Okay, so in first index and in last index I have stored, right? So here I will ask, hey, if, right, I'll ask one question, that is, if my Fi is it equal to Li, is my first index and last index, are they same? If my first index equal to last index, then that is the character whose first index and last index are same, which means that is coming for the first time. How do I take the character? Don't you think that character is already stored in the C? Let me write that. What should I do with the C? Don't you think I want to string concat? So T is equal to T plus C, I will tell. I add this C to a string T, which means I have to tell there is a string T, right? Yes, I have to declare that there is an empty string T. That's it. Outside the for loop, I have to print system.out.println. Let's print that. Don't worry, I'll trace it, So what will happen now? Only those characters whose first index and last index are same, only those characters I'll be copying it to string t, and I'll be getting this result. Okay, let's take this screenshot. I'll be explaining, don't worry, I'll be tracing it. So I hope you have taken the screenshot here. Now let's trace, let's see what is happening here, right? So when my I value is 0, what's my I value? I value is 0. So control comes here. What is my t value? T value is empty string now. Okay, I value is 0. So it will check the condition. Is 0 less than s dot length? S dot length is 8. Is 0 less than 8? Yes. I value is 0, right? I value is 0. What is s dot caret of 0? S dot caret of 0 is b. B character. Where is this b character stored? B character is stored in C. So there is a variable C. Okay, who will store which character now? Who will store that? The B character, like this. So what is C containing? B character. So now you are asking, what is the index of C variable? In the C variable, what is there? In the C variable, there is a B character. So you are asking, in the B character, okay, what is the index of B character? As you can see, the index of B character is 0. Okay, that 0 is given to whom? Fi. So Fi will contain what? 0. Fi will contain 0. Then the control will come to the next line. You are asking the string S, what's the last index of C? See, if you tell C, it will not search for the character C, because it is not a character C, it's a variable C. If it's a variable C, the value in the C it is searched. What's the value in the C? B. So you are asking, what's the last index of B? If first index and last index both are same, that last index Li is also what? Li is also 0 only in the memory. Then you are checking on if condition. Okay, is Fi or is Fi value 0? Li value 0. Is 0 equals to 0? Yes. Yes means t is equals to t plus c. By now you already know what is happening. For this I don't have to again draw, right? What is happening there? You already know what is happening. So C, what is C content now? C content is B. So empty string plus B, string B will happen here. T will contain what? String B. After that your I plus plus will happen. I increments to 1. Okay, I increments to 1. It will check the condition. Yes, 1 is less than 8. So when I increments to 1, okay, I'll clear all. When I increments to 1, that 1 will come and sit here. What is s dot caret of 1? S dot caret of 1 is A. That A character, it is stored in C variable. So now C will contain what character now? A character, like this. After that you are asking, what's the index of C? This C is expanded. It is a variable C, right? The value is replaced. What's the value of C? That is character A. So what's the index of character A? The index of character A is 1. So 1 is given to Fi. Okay, index of A is 1. So 1 is given to Fi. Fi will become what? Fi will contain now 1. Fi will contain 1. Then control will come to the new line. I mean here in the next line. Again, what's the same C value? The C value is A only. Because when your I value is 1, when your I is 1, its character is A. So A, you are asking, what's the last index of A? And when you come from the last, the last index of A is 6. That 6 where am I storing? That 6 I am storing in Li. So Li will contain what now? It will contain 6. Control will come here. Now we are comparing. Here I have the first index, I have the last index. Now I have to just compare. Is it equal? Okay. What's the Fi value? 1. Li value 6. Is 1 equal to 6? No. No means if body will not execute. If the if body doesn't execute, that character is not added. So if that character is not added, your T will be still containing B only. It will be still containing B. I hope it is clear. Then I plus plus will happen. So I will become what now? I will become 0, 1, 2. I will become 2. I becomes 2. Is 2 less than 8? Yes. S dot caret of 2. I value becomes 2. So S dot caret of 2. What is S dot caret of 2? E. That E is given to the C variable. So the C variable will contain the character E. Then you are asking what's the index of C. In the C, what is that? E. So what's the index of E? Index of E is 2. That 2 is going to whom? Fi. So Fi will contain now 2. Then the control will come to the next line. Again the C value is E, right? C value is E, character E. Character E, what's the last index of character E? That is 2 only. That 2 is stored to Li. So Li will contain the last index of characters E, that is 2. You are now comparing. I have the first character, I have the last character. Now I just have to compare. So you are asking Fi value is 2, Li value is 2. Is 2 equal to 2? Yes. Which means there is a character whose first index and last index are same. Yes, it is matching. So what you are doing? You are adding T. What's the T content? T content is B now. Plus C content. What's the C content in the memory? That is E character. B plus E is BE. Your T will contain BE, which is a string. Okay. So I hope you have understood here. Next it will come to n. When it comes to n, it will ask the first index of n and last index of n. Are they same? If they are same, that character is added. If they are not same, nothing will happen. So I hope you have understood here, right? This program. So this was our program. I hope I remember that you have taken the screenshot. So this is the program, okay? Because this is one of the common program which is asked. That is print a character which is occurring only once. Okay, fine. Now let's go for another question, right? Let's go for another question. That is, write a program to remove duplicates, which means if I have bananas, okay, if I have bananas, the output should be BANS, because see, B is coming for the first time, yes, okay. So don't you think A is a duplicate here, because A is coming for the second time? I'll delete that A. N is coming for the second time, I'll delete that A. A is coming for the second time, delete that A. So whichever is coming for the second time, you delete it. Then here I am seeing yes, okay. If I am seeing yes, S is the only one, so output should be BANS. So what's the program? Write a program, okay. Write a program to remove duplicates. To remove duplicates. This is the question. We have to remove duplicates. We should remove only duplicates, right? So if there are two people, right? If there are two people, when I tell remove duplicate, it doesn't mean that you have to kill the both person. Remove duplicate means the second character you have to remove, not all the characters. So you should not be like you should delete SS. No, not like that. The duplicate value should be removed. I hope it is clear. The name is very simple. Okay. So what can we do here, right? What logic we have to use here? How to approach? Let's think, right? So BANS from bananas. What should I do, right? For this, let's take one example. So the actual question is like this, right? That is, bananas is there. So out of many characters, you have to take each character only once. So you have to take B here, A here, okay, N here, and S. So to understand this, okay, we will do one thing. We will do one exercise. We will do one story here. So this is you, okay, this is you, and this is your mom, okay, this is your maybe mom. So your mom will tell hey, there is a new shop in the market, okay, there is a new shop in the market, that is a vegetable market and fruit market. So let's test how fresh their fruits are. Okay, so there is a shop, right? There is a shop. In the shop there are many fruits and vegetables. So your mom is telling you, hey, let's test their quality. So to test their quality, you tell me, should I go and buy whole shop there? No, I should not buy the whole shop. I should take sample. For example, if I want to taste mango, out of many mangoes, I should just take only one mango. If I want to taste pineapple, out of many pineapples, I have to buy only one pineapple. So I hope you are understanding what we are trying to do, right? Yes. So now there are many apples here, right? There is a apple, okay? Yes. And there is a, maybe let's say banana. And there is mango, okay, and there is again let's say mango again, okay, and there is maybe pineapple, okay, pineapple, and there is apple again, so then there is other fruits, let's say star fruit, and Yes, let's say banana again. Yes. So let's say for example sake, these are the fruits available. So this is my shop, right? This is my shop. Don't you think shop is such a string which will contain large characters, right? It will contain many characters. Yes. Now you went there, okay? Because nowadays, they will not give you plastic, right? They will tell you bring your own bag from the home. That's why you already thought very carefully, and you took your own bag, right? You took your own bag from the home. You took your own bag from the home. So you went to the shop. Now you are scanning the shop now, because you want to take each sample and give it to mom. Okay, you want to take the sample to home and give it to mom. So you are seeing the first fruit now. You are seeing the first fruit. You are when you see the fruit, you have to think now. Hey, is this apple? Am I seeing it for the first time, or did I already put it in my bag? Because in your bag there should not be two apples. There should be only one apple, because you want to just test how it is, right? So you will check. How will you check? You will check in your, let's say, this is our bucket, right? This is our bucket. You will check, hey, whether in our bucket is there anything, is apple already there? No, apple is not there. If it is not there, then add the apple. Add the apple. So apple I have added. Yes, yes. So when I come to banana, so when I take this banana in the shop, first I'll check in my bag, in my bag is banana there? If banana is not there, then add the banana, right? Add the banana. So banana is coming for the first time, right? Add the banana. Then I'm seeing mango. When I take the mango, I'll check in my bag, in my bag is mango there? Mango is not there, which means this mango is coming for the first time. So add this banana, right? Add this banana and add the mango also. Yes, this mango is also added. Then I'll see mango again. I'll take one more mango. I'll check in my bag, In my bag, is there any mango? Yes, there is a mango. So if there is a mango, I'll keep it as it is, right? Yes. So if my bag already contains the mango, don't do anything, right? Ignoring I have to do. Remember, ignoring I have to do. That is what you have to understand. Okay. So I have ignored. So this mango I'm not adding because it is already there. Then when I come for pineapple, right? I'll come for pineapple. I'll take the pineapple. And is pineapple already there in my bag? No, pineapple is not there in my bag. So add the pineapple. So I'll be adding the pineapple. I'll be adding the pineapple. Okay. So when I see this apple, I'll take this apple. Is apple already there in my bag? Yes, in my bag there is already apple. Sample I have already taken. If I already taken apple, this apple I'll ignore, right? I'll ignore. So when you have to ignore, right? When, if some condition is true, then I have to ignore. So when I have to ignore, if the content is present in bucket, right? If the content is already present in the bucket, then you ignore. Okay. For this, if there is one else, right? For this, if there is one else, what does this else part mean? Else part means if content is not there, then add it to bucket. I hope it is clear, right? Yes. So now next I'll come for star fruit, right? I'll see in my bucket, is there star fruit? Hey, there is no star fruit. Then add this star fruit. Star fruit title. When I come for banana, right? I'll check, hey, in my bag, is there any banana? Hey, yes, banana is there. Hey, this is the second banana, so ignore it, I'm telling. I hope this concept is clear, right? Please take the screenshot once. So I hope you have taken the screenshot, right? Okay. So don't you think initially my bucket has to be empty? Right? My bucket has to be empty. Same way, there is one string T. There is one string T which I have to create, which is empty string which I have to create. There is one string S. There is one string S which is bananas. Okay? Fine. Initially my string T has to be empty. Let me draw the memory like this. My string T is empty string. Definitely what I have to do now? I have to compare. So don't you think? Tell me where you stand, where in the shop. Okay, in the shop, the same place where you stand. Can you access all the fruits here? No. In the shop, if you stand in the same place, you can't access all the fruits, right? If you want to access all the fruits, you have to move around. You have to go from one place to another place and check each and every fruit. So you have to move. and here also my I variable has to move so that it can access character and character and character. Is it clear? If you want to get a character, you have to tell by the index. Is it clear? You have to tell by the index. So definitely I have to write a for loop here, right? I have to write a for loop where int I should start from 0, I is less than s dot length, because each and every character I have to check. I plus plus. What should I check here? I have to check one thing. So when my I is 0, first let me do this, okay? What always remember, whenever in the string program, this habit you should have. What habit? That every time s dot caret of I, store this in a variable C of the type char. The last program you have done, right? That is, whenever your I changes, your character changes, and whatever new character you have, where it is stored? In the C variable. So whenever your I increments, you will get the ith character in the where it is stored? C. So next time I don't have to tell s dot caret of I don't have to tell a big code there. I can just tell C. Okay, it will be very efficient for us. Okay. So each and every time I'll get the ith character which is stored in C. Now what should I check? I have to check, hey, whether this is C, right? Whether this is C, this fruit what I have taken, maybe that is here what is the fruit there? Okay, here the fruit was apple, right? Whether this apple whatever I have taken, is it already present in my bucket or not? So I have to check the character B, is it present in T or not? Okay, how do I check whether a character is present or not in a string? Which method will help us to tell whether some content is present or not? Which means yes or no, which means true or false. Which method will give us true or false? That is a contains method, right? So don't tell s dot contains. Okay, don't tell s dot contains of character B. Don't tell like this, because definitely your s will contain character B, right? Because that is a shop there, it will contain everything. So don't, in the shop you should not ask, do you should not go to vegetable shop and you should not ask, do you have that apple or not? You should not ask that, because they will have, right? Yes. So s dot you should not tell. You have to check whether a bucket contains that or not. So which is our bucket here? T, right? So I hope it is clear, right? So what you have to tell is, does our string T, our bucket, right? Because that's the bucket which you are taking home. Does that bucket, does it contains is a method, right? Contains. Does it not contain? It is contains is a method. Does it contains which character? I have to tell, does it contains C or not? Okay. What is the C? C is a variable which is holding the ith character. C is a variable which is holding the ith character. Now what is the ith character? B. So indirectly you are checking, does your string T, does it contain B? You think and tell me here, does it contain B? No, right? It doesn't contain B. So what will happen is, this contains method, I will be writing inside one if here. Okay, I will be writing inside one if. Okay. So I hope it is clear. So what I'll do is, I'll clear this. Just a minute. So what I have to check here? I have to check whether does my string bucket, does my bucket contain the new character? If it contains, right? If it's already there in my bucket, right? For example, imagine like this. I have put an apple, right? When I take the apple for the second time, I'll check if this apple, is it already present in the bucket or not? If it's already present, don't you think I have to ignore this apple? Yes, that's why in the if block I'm ignoring. If it's already containing, don't do anything. For this if, I'll write one else part. Okay? In the else part, what should I tell? For example, when I take for the first time, as of now. So let me trace it and tell you, right? So I value is 0. When my I value is 0, what is s dot caret of 0? When my I value is 0, s dot caret of 0 is the B character. So B is given to whom? C. So my C will contain character B now. You are asking, does my string T, does it contain character B? Can you see character B here? No. No means, don't you think it will execute the else part? Yes. Okay. Does my string T, does it contain B? No, it doesn't contain B. No means if of false will happen. If of false means else will execute. What should I tell? If that apple is not there in your bucket, add it to the bucket. How do you add something to string t? T is equals to t plus that character c. Okay, to that string t, what you want to add? You want to add a character. Where is the character stored? The character is stored in the variable c. So t is equals to t plus c I have to tell. Okay, so simple. T is equals to t plus character c. Simple. So when I execute this, what will happen is, what is character c here? I'll close this for loop. The string t is empty string plus character t is character b. String plus character is string. So your t will become string b, right? It will become string b. Okay. So what will happen after that? After that, I plus plus will happen, right? I becomes what now? I becomes 1. I plus plus I becomes 1. So what is s dot caret of 1? What is s dot caret of 1? S dot caret of 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. S dot caret of 1 is A. That is a character. A character is given to whom? C. So C will contain now A character. Now I know some of you are thinking something, right? Sir, you have declared character inside the for loop. Yesterday you told don't declare inside a for loop. I didn't tell don't declare. What I told is you have to see where it is used. Don't you think C which is declared inside the for loop is used only inside the for loop only? Yes. Okay. Outside the for loop, are you using C? You are not using. In that case, if you are using outside, then you should have told char C here. You should have told char C there. Okay. But you are not using C outside. You are using C inside the for loop only. That is why it is okay to write inside the for loop. Okay. I hope it is clear. Fine. So yes, our C is updated. After that, it will check on condition, right? What it will check? That does my string t. What is your string t? That is the B now. Okay. B, does this B, does it contains, okay, does it contains the character A? You think and tell me, in this B, can you see A here? No. No means again else part will execute. Again else part will execute. And what you are telling, string t content. What is the t content in the memory? B plus C. What is C here? That is A. What is B plus A? BA. Where are you storing? String t. So your string t will become BA now. Right? It will become BA. After this, what will happen? After this, your I value will increment. Okay. Yes. I'll be removing this. Your I value will increment and I value will become 2. I value will become 2. So what is s dot caret of 2? S dot caret of 2. S dot caret of 2 is character n. Character n. Where are you storing the character n? In the C. So your C will become character n now. In the next line, you are telling, does my string t? What is your string t? String t is BA. Does it contains, right? Does it contains C? What is the C variable? N. So does your BA, does it contain n? No, your BA doesn't contain n. No means else part. C value, what is the C value in the memory? C value is n. Plus T value, what is T value in the memory? BA. So if n is not there in BA, then add that n to BA. BA string plus n. String plus anything is string. BA plus n is BAN. Where are you storing? In the string T. String T will become BAN like this. Okay. After this, after adding, what will happen? Now watch here. Your I will increment, right? Your I will increment. Okay. Your I will increment and I becomes 3. So what is s dot caret of 3, right? As you can see, as soon as your I becomes 3, you are accessing the third character and storing it in C. When I becomes 4, accessing the fourth character, storing it in C. So this logic, you have to use in most of the cases. It will be helpful for us. See, if you didn't write this, char C, don't you think in this place you should have written s dot caret of 5? In this place you should have written s dot caret of 5. Yes. Okay. So that's why let's not write everywhere s dot caret of 5. So s dot caret of 3. What is s dot caret of 3? A. Where is this A stored? In the C. So your C will contain character A. You are telling, does your string T? What is your string T? Your string T is BAN. Does your BAN, does it contains C? What is the C content now? A. So does your BAN, does it contain A? Does your BAN, does it contain A? Yes, your BAN, in that there is a. If it is there, what will happen? Yes, contains true means here, don't you think here true will come and sit here? Contains is a method which returns which value? Boolean value. Okay, so that whole of this is erased, and the returned value true will come and sit here. What will happen now? What will happen is if of true will execute. If of true executes, if body will execute, else body will not execute, right? Because of if of true, your if body will execute, else body will not execute. Which means that character is not added to T. That character is not added to T. Your T will be as it is, right? Yes, I hope it is clear. Then next what will happen? Next your I will increment. Okay, your I will increment, so I will become 4. I becomes 4 here. When I becomes 4, what is h dot caret of 4? H dot caret of 4, okay, is n, character n. Where are you storing character n? You are storing it in C variable. Your C variable becomes character n. You are asking, does a string T, does it contain C? What is a string T? String T is BAN. Does it contain, right? Does it contain C? C means n here. As of now, C means n. So in your BAN, is there any n? Yes, it is there. Yes means what will happen? Yes means this contains method is erased, and yes means true value is placed. If of true, if will execute, else will not execute, that character is not added. Okay, then what will happen? Then your I will increment. Your I increments to 5. Okay, what is h dot caret of 5? H dot caret of 5, okay, h dot caret of 5 is A, character A. Where you are storing character A? In a variable C. Your C will become character A. Does a string T, what is a string T? BAN. Does a string T, does it contain, right? Does it contains which character? Does it contain C? What is in the C now? A. So you are asking, does it contain A? So you think and tell me, in your BAN, is there any A? Yes, there is a. Yes means true will is a return. So this whole of them is erased, and true will come and sit here. If of true, if will execute, else will not execute. That's why if else doesn't execute, that character is not added to T. So your T is as it is now. Then next what will happen is your I will increment to 6. We will check the condition. Is 6 less than 7? Yes, 6 is less than the length, which is 7. What is h dot caret of 6? H dot caret of 6 is yes. Yes. So that is where you are storing. Yes, you are storing it in character C. So your C will contain character yes now. C will contain character yes. You are asking in your string T. What's a string T? BAN. In your bucket. Okay. Does it contain, right? Does it contain C? What is the C now? Yes. So you are seeing pineapple for the first time. You are asking, in my bucket, okay, is there any pineapple? No. Okay, in a BAN, is there any yes? No. No means else part will execute. No means false, right? Does BAN contain yes? No. No means false. If of false means else will execute. So here, what is the T content? T content is BAN, yes. T content is BAN plus C. What is the C content? C content is yes, character. What is string plus character? String plus character is a string. BAN plus S is BANS. Where are you storing? String T will become BANS. After that, your I will increment to 7. Is 7 less than 7? No, condition is false. Control will come out. Tell me, don't you think when the control comes out, I have to print what is in the T? Yes, that is why here I have to write, that is system.out.print. What you have to print? T I have to tell. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Those who want, you can take the screenshot now, or you can take this actual screenshot of the code, whichever you want. Okay, you can take the screenshot now, or you can take code. So I hope if you wanted, you could have taken the screenshot by now. Okay, so let me go to the code, right? Okay. So I need an empty bucket, right? Okay. So here what should I tell? Yes, every time I have to give to the character C. One condition I have to check. If my string not yes, don't tell s dot contains, right? Why not s dot contains? Because you have taken the character from yes. Yes? You have taken the character from S only, and again you are asking, is it in the S? So I hope you have understood, right? So you have taken one sample from here, and again you are asking, was this present there? Yes, you have taken from there only, so definitely it is present there. So S dot contains, you should not tell. Does your bucket empty string, that does it contain the character C? you should not, it's not contain, it is contains. Why I'm telling every time, because you will do mistake if I don't tell, that's the reason. If it contains, don't do anything. Right? For this, if there is one else part, if it doesn't contain, then t is equals to t plus c, add this, finally print the t. Let's see. Now tell me, will it tell the proper answer? Before I compile and execute, will it tell compilation is correct? I will show you the answer. Will it tell like that, or will it tell compilation error? Okay, what it is. So where it will tell compilation error, pause the screen and think, right? Pause the screen and think. Let's see in which line number it will tell error. As you can see in the line number 12, right? In the line number 12 it is telling error. Incompatible types, char cannot be connected to char sequence. Char sequence means collection of characters, right? It is a string. It is trying to tell you a character cannot be connected to string, which means it needs a string. It is trying to convert to a string. Now one question is there, right? It cannot accept a character. I have told you, right? Contains method accepts a string only. So how do you make this character as a string? How do you make this character as a string? You might be thinking, sir, very simple, sir, write double quotes. Now C became string. Hey, yes, your C became string. I agree. Your C became string. But what will happen? Right? See? Why? Because each and every time you are not checking the value of C. You are checking this C character is there or not. You are checking each and every time. Okay, in your string T, don't think your string T is empty string. Okay, string T is empty string. Does it empty string? Does it contain this C? No, it never contains. So this is not the way to tell. You want the value of C. So empty string plus C you have to tell. Okay, C value, which is a character, empty string plus anything is a string. So this line will convert character to string. After it convert to character to string, then you are using that string, right? Then you are using that string in where? In contains method. Now it is fine, right? Now it is fine. So this is the way to convert character to a string. This is how to overcome these problems. Okay, because in the interview, if you don't practice, what will happen is you will write half of the logic, and sometimes you will write here contains C. And when you see the error message, okay, when you see the error message that char is not able to convert to string, then you have to understand how to convert a string, empty string plus C, right? Okay, watch here. I'll compile, I'll execute. Let's see. BINS. Take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot, right? Very simple program. Okay. What you are checking? It does my bucket. Does it contain the character? If it contains the character, don't do anything. If it doesn't contain the character, add it to the bucket. Simple. Okay. So as you can see, whether you are from whichever branch, mechanical or civil or even CS, everyone can understand programming. Okay. Provided you practice, and whenever you get doubt, please ask. Okay. Whenever you get doubt, please ask. That is very important. Right? If you don't ask doubt, then how will I know what is your problem, right? If you just keep your problem to yourself, how can I get to know, right? So don't do that mistake. See, because people, you guys will not understand, right? So let me tell an example. Imagine that I am, let's say someone is, you are going to the doctor. You are going to the doctor. Now doctor is asking you, why you came here? Why you came? Are you all right? You who is not responding. So what you will tell? So whenever you get doubt in programming, you will not ask me. Same thing like that in the clinic also. You will not tell anything to the doctor. You will simply sit like this, Again, doctor is asking, hey, why you came to my clinic? Hey, what is your problem? You will not answer anything. You will not communicate anything. You will just simply sit. Again, doctor will get fed up, He will ask again, hey, why you came here? What is your problem? You tell fast, I have other patients, he will tell. You will not tell anything. Now, doctor, what? Now, he will only think, right? He will only think, okay, maybe his problem is he has kidney problem. So he will take you on the table, he will cut you, and he will do kidney operation. After doing kidney operation, at the end he will tell, hey, I had just headache, So if you had headache, don't you think that was a small problem you should have told in the beginning? Yes, you didn't tell that problem. Now it has become a big problem, right? And it is too late to tell now. That is why, please understand this thing. Whenever you get a small doubt, you put it in the group, right? If not me, someone else will answer that, or if I am free, I will immediately answer that. Don't keep your doubt to yourself, right? Okay. So you should not feel shy and all here, right? I am not asking your details for matrimony sites, So don't feel shy. Directly ask the question, whatever doubt you have. So I hope this question is clear. So using one logic, right? Using one logic, we have got the answer. What we have done, we have removed the duplicates. Using another logic, let's try to remove the duplicates. Okay, let's try to remove the duplicates. Now don't think that without inbuilt method how to do this, because here we have used contains method. That's inbuilt method. If you look at that, the only character of is also inbuilt method. Length is also inbuilt method. If you have to do string program, you have to use inbuilt method. There is no other way. Okay. If interviewer asks, is it possible to write a program without inbuilt method for a string? No. For string, okay, if you have to get a character, you have to use inbuilt method. If you have to get a length, you have to use inbuilt method. To do anything, you have to use inbuilt method only. So actually, it is not possible without inbuilt method. Okay. So sometimes you have to use inbuilt method. There is no other option. So here let me tell the other logic for you, right? Let me tell the other logic for you. So what I am trying to do now is I am trying to delete the multiple occurrences, which means I have to remove the duplicates. Okay, so let me go back, okay, and let me show it to you. Just a minute. Imagine I have B, A, N, A bananas, right? Yes, I have taken this string, right? Now what I'll do is always I'll take the first character. Okay, so what's the first character now? First character is B, right? First character is B. What I have to do is, as soon as I get the first character, I have to delete all the occurrences of B. How do I delete all the occurrences of B? Remember yesterday I have taught you replace method. Yes, replace and replace all both are same. So I'll tell, hey, replace something. What do you have to replace? Hey, delete all the B from, this is my string yes, right? This is my string yes. I have to tell, hey, my new string yes is old string yes. In the old string yes, wherever there is B, hey, delete that, delete that, delete that. I'll tell. So it has deleted. Okay, that thing is done. So again, when my loop executes, don't you think now what is the first character? What is the first character you are seeing? The first character you are seeing is A. So the first character is A. What you have to do now? Okay. So first character, whatever you are seeing, you have to delete all the first characters. So all the first character you have deleted. All the A's, wherever there is A, you have deleted. Yes, that is done. Then what will happen? Which is the first character now? The first character is N. First character is N. You have to tell delete all the N's. So all the N's are deleted. What is the first character now? First character is yes, right? So first character is yes. You have to tell delete all the S. So all the S are deleted. Now do you think the string is empty string now? Yes. So you have to do something. Okay. What's the logic here? Now you have to write instead of writing a for loop, let's write while loop now. What's the condition? The condition is you have to keep on doing something until the string length is greater than 0. Now do you think string length is 0? When string length is 0, stop it. Okay, when string length is 0, stop it. Which means if the s dot length, right? If the s dot length, if it is greater than 0, then you keep on doing this. I know here some logic is half off, so you're not understanding. Yes, so let me trace it again so that you will understand clearly. So don't you think what I want is how to remove duplicates, which means from the string bananas, okay, what should my t? My t should be BANS, which means I have to keep on adding something to the t. I have to create a t. Now don't think I want B first. I want B. Where is B present? That B is present in the first character. Okay, my first character I will take. Okay, so I will define a variable char first char. So I will define a variable char first char FC. I will write FC. What is FC? FC means first character. How do I take the first character? Tell me to take the first character. Should I tell s dot character of I or should I tell s dot character of 0? Don't you think I have to tell s dot character of 0? Yes, I will tell s dot char at of 0. I have taken the first character. Always I want the first character only. I should not create a I variable here. Okay, because I don't want the last character. I always want the first character, and first character is always present in which index? 0th index. So I'll tell like this. So first character, what's the first character now? B. As soon as I get the first character, don't delete the first character. What's the use of taking something and immediately deleting something? Take the character, use the character, then delete the character. Now I have taken the first character, let me use the character. Where should I use it? I have to take this B, don't you think I have to add it to T? Yes, that's why I'll tell, as soon as I take the first character, add it to T. How? T is equals to T plus first character, FC I will tell. So what I have done, I have taken the first character and added to whom? T. As soon as you have added to T, do you have use of this B anymore? No. So you have to tell a replace method here, right? You have to tell s dot replace method, you have to tell. Replace what? Replace, right? Something. What's the something? The something is you have to tell a replace all the B. You have to tell a replace all the B with what? Replace all the B with empty string, you have to tell. So that, right, what will happen? All the B's are deleted. Yes, all the B's are deleted. So that is what you have to do. So now if I write the code, you have to tell, as soon as you take the character of 0, as soon as you take the first character, you add it to T. So T is equals to T plus first character. Right? As soon as you tell this, that B will come and add to T. As soon as you added B to the T, duplicate means one value you give me, rest all you delete. So I have to delete all the B's. And for that I have to tell s dot replace method, right? Replace method. What you want to replace? Okay. So let me write it here. S dot replace method. Okay. What you want to replace? I want you to replace the first character. What's the first character? B. With what? With empty string. This is what I have to tell. Okay, replace the first character. But don't you think here compile time error will happen? Because your FC is of what type? Your FC is of character type. But replace method, it should be string and string only. Is it clear? It should be string and string only. So instead of writing character C, how do I make it as a string FC? Yes, if you write, FC here, it's a character. How do you make this character as a string? Right? Because what you want is you have to write string B here so that all the string B are deleted. Can I write string B as okay, empty string plus the character B? Can I write like this? Yes. And what is character B here? That character B is nothing but the first character FC. So that is what I have to write. Okay, FC of empty string plus FC, so that it becomes string first character, and all the first character have to delete. So I'll close this here. Okay. Yes. So what happens now? Now that's it. Okay. Now what happens is, yes, all the B's are deleted. So it will condition is checked again. What is my s dot length now? 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. String length is 6. Is 6 greater than 0? Yes, 6 is greater than 0. Which means there is still a character to take. If string length is greater than 0, which means there is still character to take. I have to take the character and I have to add it to T. Yes. So what I am doing now? Again I am taking the first character. So what is s dot character of 0? Now don't you think when you delete something, immediately your index will change to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, index will change immediately. It will not store the same previous indexes. No, index will change immediately. Here what is s dot character of 0? The first character now is character A. You have taken the first character. So s dot character of 0 you have stored in FC. What's the use of that, right? Because you have to use it to add it to T. That's why in the next line, immediately as soon as you take the first character, now you are adding it to T immediately. So immediately what's the first character? A. A will come to T immediately. As soon as you added this A, do you have use of that A anymore? No. You have added the A. Hey, delete all the A you are telling, because you want to remove the duplicates. You are deleting all the A. So how do I delete all the A? See what will happen here. What happens is, here if I trace empty string, okay, empty string plus FC will happen. What is the FC value? FC value is A. Empty string plus A is string A. And what you are telling now, replace all the string A with empty string, which means all the string A are deleted like this. Okay, S is there here. All the string A are deleted. If you delete all the string A, immediately what will happen is your indexes will change. Okay, your indexes will change. So which means indexes will be now 0, 1 and 2. So you told replace method. After this replace method, what will happen? Control will come to the while loop, right? It will check the condition. Is string length, what is string length? 3. Is this 3 greater than 0? Yes. Which means in the string S there are still some characters to take. That's the meaning of that. So yes, 3 is greater than 0. If 3 is greater than 0, give me the first character I am telling. What is the first character? N. Where am I storing the character N? I am storing the character N in FC. I am storing the character N in FC. So FC will contain what? FC will contain character N. Why you take on the character to add it to T? So immediately you add it to T like this. As soon as you add it to T, you don't have use anymore. Immediately delete all the N. So if I delete all the occurrences of N, what will happen here? Yes, if I trace, replace method empty string plus FCR. What is FC value? FC value is character N. Empty string plus character N is string N. Okay, string N. So you are replacing all the string N with empty string, which means, okay, what will happen is here this N will be erased. Okay, and indexes, there is only one character. If there is only one character, its index is 0 by default. Okay, this will happen after you are replacing. Don't you think again it will check the condition? What is h dot length now? H dot length is 1. Is 1 greater than 0? Yes, h dot length is 1, which means there is still some characters to take. So that's why you are telling, give me the h dot character of 0. What is h dot character of 0? H dot character of 0, okay, is yes. That yes is FC. You are adding that FC to T, and you are deleting all the characters yes. If I delete all the characters yes, your yes will become empty string now. Okay, so now what is h dot length? Now h dot length is 0. Okay, so it will check the condition, that is 0 greater than 0. Okay, no, condition is false. 0 is not greater than 0. Condition is false. When the control comes out, what do you have to print? System.out.print. Don't think you have to print T. Yes. So this is one more logic, right? So this is very important, right? In what and other ways we can achieve the same output. That logic, once it comes to you, next time whenever you find a difficult program, you will build your own logic. Okay. So let's see. Let me write the program. Here I think you already are noticing one thing. There is a problem here, Let's see what is the problem. Okay. So there is a string yes. As soon as here it is not for loop, here it's a while loop. So let me delete this. While loop, WHILE. What is the condition? While h dot length LENGTH, while h dot length should be greater than 0. Okay, what I have to do? First you take the character char FC, first character is equals to, how to get the first character? Don't tell h dot character of I, it is h dot character of 0, because there is no I variable at all. That's the reason. Take the first character. Why you took the first character? So that you can add it to T. T is equals to T plus FC. You added the first character. As soon as you add the first character, do you have the use of that first character anymore? No. So you have to delete all the first character. How do you replace all? You have to tell yes dot replace, right? What do you want to replace? You replace for the first character, whatever first character is there, you replace with empty string. If I tell, you will tell compile time error. Why? Because you can't write FC like that. Okay, you can't see, it is replace method doesn't accept char, so you make it string. How? Empty string plus FC, right? So if I compile, there is no problem, but if I execute, there is a problem. I executed, I am not getting the output. I think you are not believing me. Let me compile and let me execute again. I am not getting any output. Why? Is it even telling press any key to continue? It is not even telling press any key to continue, which means the program has not ended. The program is still running. It's an infinite loop. Why it's an infinite loop? Okay, watch here carefully. Okay, watch here carefully. What happens here, right? Yes, I'll be removing this. I'll be drawing the diagram so that you'll understanding. Okay. Okay. Watch carefully, right? In the diagram, if I write yes, its address is 1000, right? Why? Because it is pointing to one string which is bananas. It is bananas, and address is 1000. Immediately, first this is what happened. You are taking the first character, so there is a FC. First character is h dot character of 0. What is h dot character of 0? B. It will contain B. Okay, done. You told T is equal to T plus, which means a new string T is created where address is 2000, right? A new string where there is a string B. Yes, string B is there, address is 2000. So T is pointing to this string. That's also fine. You told s dot replace. I told you, right? Whenever you do any changes to the string, a new string gets modified. So if you see, the s string is not updated. A new string is modified. Where you told replace the first. In this new string, B is not there. So ananas is there. Ananas. In this new string, address is 3000. In this new string, you are told remove B. But did you collect this reference anywhere? No. Which is, don't you think S is still pointing to the same string? Which means you are not deleting anything at all. You are not deleting anything. Which means what happens by the end when this line executes, this new string is created. New string is created. Yes. No one is pointing to that. Are you giving reference to anywhere? No, no one is pointing to that. If no one is pointing to that, what will happen? Garbage collector will collect this, right? I told you, garbage collector will collect this. It is deleted again because no one is pointing to that. After that, now, it will see the closing bracket of what? While loop, right? So, when it sees the closing bracket of while loop, it will check the condition, s dot length. Again, when it tells s dot length, don't think s is still the original string only. Yes, s dot length is greater than 0. Condition is true. If the condition is true, take the first character. Which is the first character? B. First character is taken. Then add it to T. So your T will contain BB now because you are adding it to T. You are telling s dot replace. Immediately replace means a new string is there. You are telling replace all the FC with the empty string. What is the FC value? B. So again ananas will come, but that is not changed. That is not changed. Reference is not collected. What will happen? No one is collecting the reference. Garbage collector will collect this. Then closing bracket of while loop, it will check the condition, and as you can see, again s dot length is same only. So s dot length will never change. Your original string will never change. That original string will always be greater than 0, right? It will always be greater than 0. That is why you will not get the output. I hope it is very clear now why you are getting. So what you have to tell here? S is equals to s dot replace. That is what you have to tell. Okay, you deleted something, give it to the original string s so that it can modify. Each and every time your string should modify. We got the answer BANS. Is it clear? So take this screenshot. Okay. Yes. Please take this screenshot. Yes, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now, what will happen if I write equals to, right? What will happen if I write equals to? Right? What will happen? For example, you had bananas, right? First you had like this, bananas, let's say. S was pointing to this. So, here my string T is empty string. Here, in this case, my string T is empty string. When my string S becomes ananas, okay, that B has gone to string T. String T will contain what? B now, because that B has come here. Okay. Is string length, is it greater than or equal? If I write greater than or equal to 0, I am talking about that. Okay. What will happen when you write greater than or equal to 0? Now you are thinking, right? At the end, s dot length is 0. At the end, s dot length is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, always 0 is greater than 0, equal to 0. So it will be an infinite loop, right? So watch here. So again, my string s will be n. All the a's are deleted. If I delete all the a's, right, that T will become BA, and all the a's means n and s is there. Is it greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is greater than or equal to 0. Next, s will become s. My string s will contain s only. Okay, why? Because that n has gone this side. BAN. Okay, this is what will happen. Is this string s greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is greater than or equal to 0. Right? Then what will happen? This s from here will go there, so T will become BANS, but my s will become empty string. What is empty string dot length? Empty string dot length is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. Condition is true. If the condition is true, it will keep on executing to infinite for loop, infinite loop, right? That is what you are thinking now, right? You are thinking that if I write equals to sign, it will be an infinite loop you are thinking. But watch here. If I compile and execute, see, we got an exception. Why? Why? Because if the length is 0, see, imagine that I have a string, right? I have a string. Now s is equals to empty string. If I had s is equals to string a, what's the index here? Index is 0. There is a 0th index. If there is a empty string, is there any 0th index? No. So if there is no 0th index, because s is empty string, what is the s dot length now? Because s is empty string, s dot length is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. So don't think control will come inside now. When the control comes inside, you tell me in this string s, in this string s, what is the 0th character? Is there any first character? No. So that is why here exception will happen. Is it clear? So please, you take this screenshot and you tell it is error. Please take this screenshot. I hope you have taken the screenshot. I hope you have understood the program here, right? So using replace method, we have removed the duplicates. Using contains method, we have removed the duplicates. Using other logic, we have removed the duplicates, right? Yes. So that is the program for today's class. Okay. So in tomorrow's class, we will see much more logics, right? Much more logics, and all these logics are very important to solve HackerRank problems, right? I hope you are able to notice, right? Yesterday how much you knew, and today how much you know, and tomorrow how much you will be knowing. Okay. So if you like the video, please do one help, right? Do one thing. What is that? You tell to your friends, right? You tell to your friends that if you want to know programming, if you want to know programming, maybe there is a place for you. You test it yourself. There is 15 days of YouTube videos. You watch a YouTube video. If you like it, then join the paid course, right? So I hope, maybe in this way no one is teaching, right? Maybe in this depth, in this what error you will get, how to overcome that error. I don't think anyone is explaining in this way. If they are explaining, please tell me who is explaining. I will also get to know, because according to my research, no one has taught this. That is why I am teaching programming. I could have taught Java, right? I could have taught JavaScript. I could have taught Python. But why am I not teaching that? Why? Because all those technologies, there are some people who are already teaching in very nice way. For example, for Java, right? Durgasoft, that person is teaching in a very nice way. So why should I even teach that? Because students can easily learn from him. But programming, I did not find any online place where people can learn programming from the scratch. So that's why I have started this. Okay. So that's all for today's class. This was day 19. Okay, and tomorrow will be day 20. Thank you.